Hey everyone, we're back here in Bali to do some no-gi jiu-jitsu tonight. I'm going to show you guys a couple different options on how to set up a single leg. So if you want a better wrestling for your no-gi jiu-jitsu, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so we're going to start working on some wrestling again. I feel like it's time. In wrestling, grips are super important. Okay, I'm going to refer to them mostly as ties. Okay, there's going to be one tie we're going to look for that we're going to play off of a lot today, which is a collar tie. Collar tie is just right hand going to the neck. My left hand's going to look to control Nico's wrist. Okay, Nico's probably just going to look for some connection with his hand. Elbow's perfect. And what I want you guys to do kind of just to get started is just move around a little bit in this position. Make sure you take in an athletic stance. Okay, I'm just going to push into Nico with the collar tie. I can pull Nico in towards me with the collar tie. I can also turn him by pushing his head to the side, or I can pull the collar tie to the right and create that same circling motion. Okay, all this is going to help me do is get his head out of alignment. Okay, so the first one we're going to work with is pushing his head to the left. Okay, if I start pushing his head to the left, now I can bring my head to the center, and now it's easier for me to grab Nico's leg and bring it to my between my legs. Okay, from here, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big step back with my right leg. I'm going to pull this leg in tight to my body, and I'm going to bow forward. Okay, that'll be enough to bring Nico down to the mat. Okay, so if we look at that again, just get used to getting the ties and moving the person around a little bit. I want that movement going. And you can see like Nico already gave me that lead leg forward I'm looking for. So all I'm looking to do is slightly push his head to the side so I can get my head to the better head positioning, which is my ear tight to his heart. Okay, now from here I can let go of the wrist, grab the leg, and I'm driving into Nico to make him hop on that foot. Once I have Nico up on one foot, now all I do is turn to the right and bow. And now I can start looking to pass and make my way on top. Okay, so one more time, just real simple to get started here. We're coming in, getting collar tie wrist control. I push his head to the side, crashing in, I pick up the leg, right, come around. Now from here, start to bring him down, and you guys can start making your way on top. You don't have to pass at the end, just if you guys want to add some passing, it's all good. Okay, let's try it, 1, 2. Head positioning is really important, but also how we control the leg and our footwork, okay? So I just want you guys to think, like, I want your partner to stay a little bit stagnant as you circle, just to improve the, just stay in one spot. Yeah, so I just want you guys to get used to that circling motion. Remember, my head positioning is important here. It's real important that I bring my head to the center of Nico's chest, okay? So when I come down, I'm trying to put my ear to his heart, okay? So I'm reaching in. Now look, when I grab Nico's leg, I don't want to grab low on his leg. This is going to be poor control. What I want to do instead is grab high by his hip, okay? And I'm pulling that leg in towards me, okay? And this is what's going to give me good control over Nico's hip. Now, what I'm seeing from some of you guys, and this would just be like a tactical error, is you're taking a really long step back and ending up in a really wide stance. Now, if I do this and I swing, I'm not in good base. Even if Nico goes over, I'm not in a good position of balance, right? My stance is too wide here. It's very easy for me to get toppled over. So I want you guys to think your stance, you're keeping those soft knees, you're bending and you're circling, keeping your feet just barely wider than shoulder width apart. Okay, so again, when we're here and we come in and pick that leg up, what I want to do is keep that stance in circle and focus on the hip hinge. Okay, that way I stay in balance throughout the movement, and now I can start moving into good positioning. Okay, so be really mindful of your stance while you guys do the takedown. Okay, back to it, let's go. With you, right? So I want to grab Nico's right leg, but because he's circling, that leg keeps moving away from me, right? So again, if we're here and I got control of the wrist and I'm circling and he's circling with me, I'm having a hard time getting my angle now to the right. So if that happens, instead of me pushing with the collar tie, I'm going to pull with the collar tie. So now I pull his head to the other side, bring my head into the pocket on the left, and now we'll shoot in for the single on the left side. And again, from here, all I'm going to do is the same thing we did before. I'm going to run the pipe. So I'm trying to pull his leg between my leg, which is why it's so important that we control high by the hip. Okay, so notice my good head positioning. My back is straight, pulling the leg in towards me, and I circle, pulling the leg down, and now I'm in a good position to pass. Okay, so we want to start with the first technique, right? The first technique, we push the head offline. Just stay here. We push the head offline, came in and picked up the single. Okay, but now Nico's giving me a reaction. He's moving more with me So I'm having a hard time getting the angle I need. So instead of me pushing with the collar tie, I'm gonna pull with the collar tie, step in and pick up the opposite leg. Now from here I pull and step back and finish the takedown. And again, you guys can pass however you want from here. Just make sure you guys are moving into more dominant position after the takedown. Okay, let's try it, 1, 2.